The World Cup group stage is supposed to be the beginning, but in 2026, it already feels like a knockout war. For the first time ever, 48 teams are walking into the biggest World Cup in history. More countries, more pressure, more dreams, and more chances for giants to fall before the tournament even reaches the business end. This is not just a list of big fixtures. These are the matches where one mistake can destroy a campaign, where old revenge stories return, where legends may be playing their final World Cup, and where underdogs are waiting to shock the planet. From England's nightmare rematch against Croatia, to France facing Senegal with history hanging over the game, to Brazil walking straight into Morocco's fearless machine, these are the top 10 deadliest group stage matches at FIFA World Cup 2026. At number 10, Belgium versus Egypt. This is the kind of match that looks normal on paper, until you understand the danger. Belgium have spent years carrying the weight of expectations. For a long time, people called them a golden generation. But World Cups do not care about reputation. They only care about the night, the pressure, and the team that survives. And Egypt, they are not coming to play tourist football. This is a team with pride, discipline, and a fan base that turns every major game into a war of emotion. This match is deadly because Belgium cannot afford to start slow. If they lose control, Group G suddenly becomes chaos. Egypt will believe they can drag the game into tension, into frustration, into the kind of battle where one counterattack changes everything. Belgium will want control. Egypt will want fear. And that is why this match is dangerous. Number 9. Netherlands versus Japan. This match has trap written all over it. The Netherlands bring history, structure, physicality, and tournament experience. They know how to survive big stages. But Japan have become one of the most dangerous teams in modern international football because they do not fear famous shirts anymore. Japan can press. Japan can run. Japan can wait. And when the big teams get careless, Japan punish them. This is the type of game where the favorite controls possession for 20 minutes. Then suddenly, Japan break through, the crowd wakes up, and the whole group changes. For the Netherlands, this is a match they are expected to win. But expected wins are often the most dangerous. Because if Japan take points from this game, Group F becomes one of the most uncomfortable groups in the tournament. This is not just Europe versus Asia. This is control versus chaos. At number 8, Germany versus Ivory Coast. Germany enter every World Cup with history behind them. The shirt alone carries pressure. But this game is dangerous because Ivory Coast are exactly the kind of team that can make a giant uncomfortable. Strong runners, physical duels, fast transitions, no fear. Germany will be expected to dominate the ball, control the tempo, and make the match look professional. But if Ivory Coast turn the game into a fight, Germany could be dragged into deep trouble. This is not the old easy group stage world anymore. In a 4-8 team tournament, third-place routes can save teams, but early drop points can still destroy confidence. Germany cannot just win. They need to look convincing, and Ivory Coast will know this. If they hurt Germany early, the whole world will start asking questions. This is a pressure match disguised as a group stage fixture. Number 7. United States versus Turkey. For the USA, this World Cup is not normal. They are not just playing, they are hosting. That means every mistake becomes louder. Every missed chance becomes pressure. Every camera is watching. And when a host nation enters a group stage match with expectation on its back, the game can become mentally brutal. Turkey are dangerous because they do not play like a team that wants to quietly survive. They bring intensity, emotion, and a style that can turn a match into fire. This is the USA's nightmare kind of opponent. Aggressive, unpredictable, and capable of making the game uncomfortable. If the USA win, the home dream becomes stronger. But if Turkey shock them, the pressure around the host nation could explode overnight. This is not just a football match. This is a test of whether the USA can handle the weight of its own World Cup. Number 9. Portugal versus Colombia. This game feels like a knockout match before the knockout stage. Portugal have star power, technical quality, and the emotional weight of Cristiano Ronaldo's possible final World Cup journey. Every Portugal game in 2026 could feel like a farewell chapter. But Colombia are not built to be background characters in somebody else's story. They are intense, fast, physical, and emotionally dangerous. When Colombia get momentum, the whole match can start shaking. This fixture could decide who controls Group K. And if both teams enter this game needing points, then the pressure becomes massive. Portugal will want the clean, controlled, superstar-driven performance. Colombia will want chaos, noise, and one moment that breaks the script. If you are making a high-drama World Cup video, this is one of the most cinematic matches of the entire group stage. Because for Portugal, this could be legacy. For Colombia, this could be a statement. Number 5. Argentina versus Austria. Argentina enter 2026 with the aura of champions. That changes everything. When you are defending a World Cup crown, every opponent wants to be the team that brings you down. Every tackle is louder. Every mistake becomes a headline. Every draw feels like a warning sign. And Austria are exactly the kind of team that can make life difficult. Organized, disciplined, strong in midfield. Not afraid to press, not afraid to make the game physical. For Argentina, this match could be about control. They will want to remind the world that champions do not panic. For Austria, this is a chance to attack the throne. And then, there is the emotional layer. Lionel Messi's 6th World Cup. Every Argentina match could feel historic. But this one feels especially dangerous. Because Austria have enough structure to turn romance into reality check. This match is deadly, because Argentina cannot treat it like a celebration. They have to treat it like a fight. Number 4. Uruguay versus Spain. This is football history versus football control. Spain bring technique, possession, young energy, and the kind of system that can suffocate opponents. Uruguay bring fight, tradition, aggression, and one of the most dangerous tournament mentalities in world football. This match is deadly because the styles clash perfectly. Spain want the ball to move like a machine. Uruguay want the match to become personal. Spain want rhythm. Uruguay want duels. Spain want beauty. Uruguay want survival. And in a World Cup group stage, that combination can create drama fast. If Spain dominate, they send a message to the tournament. But if Uruguay turn this into a street fight, Spain could be dragged into a match they never wanted to play. This is the type of fixture where one red card, one set piece, or one counterattack can change everything. Spain versus Uruguay is not just a group game. It is a warning. Number 3. France versus Senegal. This match comes with memory. In 2002, Senegal shocked the world by beating defending champions France in the opening game of the World Cup. It became one of the most iconic upsets in tournament history. Now, years later, the matchup returns on the biggest stage. France are still one of the most feared teams in world football. They have speed, depth, superstars, and a squad built to go deep. But Senegal know exactly what it means to destroy a giant's comfort zone. This match is dangerous because it is not only about tactics, it is about history, it is about pride, it is about the possibility of another African statement on the world stage. France will want revenge through dominance. Senegal will want to remind everyone that football does not respect reputation. If Senegal score first, the pressure will become unbelievable. Because suddenly, the whole world will remember 2002. Number 2. Brazil versus Morocco. This might be the most explosive opening heavyweight clash of the group stage. Brazil are Brazil. 5-time world champions. A team that carries magic, pressure, and expectation in every tournament. But Morocco are no longer just a good underdog story. Morocco changed how the world looked at African football in 2022. They reached the semifinals, defeated giants, and proved they could survive the biggest pressure nights. That is why this game is deadly. Brazil will be expected to win because they are Brazil. But Morocco will walk in believing they can hurt anyone. This is the exact kind of game where reputation meets reality. Brazil's attacking stars against Morocco's discipline. South American flair against North African belief. A giant trying to start strong against a team that already knows how to make history. If Brazil win, the tournament gets its first major statement. If Morocco win, the World Cup explodes before it even settles. And number 1, England versus Croatia. This is the deadliest group stage match of World Cup 2026. Why? Because it does not feel like a group game. It feels like unfinished business. In 2018, Croatia broke England's dream in the World Cup semi-final. England thought football might finally be coming home. Then Croatia dragged them into extra time, shattered the moment, and marched to the final. Now they meet again. This time, not in a semi-final. In the group stage, that makes it even more dangerous, because the first match can shape the entire tournament mood. If England lose, the pressure becomes massive instantly. The media storm begins. The questions start. The fans panic. If Croatia lose, people will ask if their golden era is finally fading. England have talent, expectation, and one of the loudest football cultures on earth. Croatia have tournament experience, pride, and the memory of breaking England before. This match has everything: revenge, pressure, history, rankings, pride, and fear. That is why England versus Croatia is not just the biggest group stage match. It is the first real test of whether England are ready to survive the World Cup's most dangerous version yet. So these are the 10 deadliest group stage matches of World Cup 2026. But here is the scary part. This tournament is so big, so unpredictable, and so packed with storylines that even this list might miss the match that shocks the world. Because in the World Cup, the most dangerous game is not always the one with the biggest names. Sometimes, it is the match nobody sees coming. A host nation can collapse. A champion can get trapped. A legend can say goodbye too early. And an underdog can become immortal in one night. So the question is simple. Which group stage match do you think will create the biggest shock of World Cup 2026? Comment your pick below. And if you want the full prediction breakdown for every group, watch the next video.